Commuters will have to shell out more for rides on the LRT2 beginning August 2. And rains last week failed to replenish the country's dams, but authorities say there's still enough water to go around. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. Starting today, the Department of Health's order is in effect, banning the sale of food products containing trans fat. Mobile journalist Diana Pascual with the details.
According to the Department of Health, trans fat is a fatty acid that raises bad cholesterol in the body, which can in turn cause various diseases like hypertension. Over time, this can lead to stroke and heart diseases that can be fatal. In 2017, data from the World Health Organization showed around 3,000 Filipinos die every year due to excessive consumption of food items that contain trans fat. To turn this statistic around, the Philippine Health Department issued an administrative order in June of 2021, giving food manufacturers 2 years and compelling them to take out trans fat ingredients in their products. Here's one nutritionist's take on this DOH order.
I am in favor, yes, because it helps more Filipinos to prevent the health risk na posibleng makuha sa consumption ng trans fat. Simply because kapag mas readily available, mas madaling kunin. But however, it's very, very important that may kasamang nutrition education. So informing people on why it should be limited.
Dr. Mercado added that the daily intake of trans fat-rich foods can take its toll on one's health. But if you really can't resist fried foods and sweets, the healthy trans fat intake should only be between a teaspoonful up to a teaspoonful, and that's per day. This should be complemented with a healthy diet plus regular exercise. But what's so wrong with trans fat even if consumed in moderation? And why should it be added to food items when it has been found to be dangerous to the body?
So manufacturers use it kasi it helps to prolong shelf life. And it makes the food much smoother sa palate. Okay? Kasi kung walang trans fat, especially sa mga fries, sa mga fried chicken, mas magaspang siya pag lulunukin. And also, mas mabilis mapanis. So, the more trans fatty the food is, the more delicious it is.
The DOH hopes its recently implemented order banning trans fat in food will develop the healthy eating habit among the populace. Add to that the announcement of the Food and Drug Administration that it will no longer issue certificates of registration to products that contain trans fat. Manufacturers will face charges of violation of Republic Act 1061 or the Food Safety Act if they refuse to drop trans fat in their ingredients. Mobile Journal Diana Pascual. We are One News.
And the Light Rail Transit Authority, or LRTA, has announced the implementation of fare hikes over at the LRT2. Beginning August 2nd, minimum fares at the train line will increase to 13 pesos from 11 pesos, while maximum fares will now be at 33 pesos from 28 pesos. On the other hand, single journey card prices will be 5 pesos more expensive, at 20 pesos for the minimum fare and 35 pesos for the maximum fare. Recall that the Transportation Department postponed the fare hikes over at the LRT 1 and 2, pending further study on its impact to commuters. With a green light on the LRT 2 fare hike, it is still unclear whether LRT 1 fares will be increased as well. And the Philippine National Police is warning against the selling of registered SIM cards. PNP Anti-Cybercrime Group spokesperson Michelle Sabino revealed to Radyo 5 that some registered SIM cards are being sold to scammers for 400 to 800 pesos each. If the SIM cards are used in criminal activities, Sabino says registered owners will be equally liable under the law.
Na in the event na gamitin to sa isang mga fraudulent activities o cyber-related crime, kung kanino nakaregister, yun nakahabuli natin. Huwag niyong ibebenta ang inyong SIM card kasi para nyo na rin binenta ang inyong identity.
And President Bongbong Marcos has said that fake news has no place in modern society. Before information commissioners today, Marcos Jr. vowed to safeguard the Freedom of Information program and bared plans to launch a literacy campaign to sustain it. The chief executive also acknowledged that the Philippines is suffering from both misinformation and disinformation. We have more stories for you after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. You're back on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Despite the decline in its water level, the Angat Dam can still supply enough water. That's according to National Water Resources Board Executive Director Sevilio David Jr., who spoke to us earlier here on One News Now. David said the Angat Dam is still well within the requirement in its water supply for municipal and domestic use in Metro Manila and irrigation for Bulacan and Pampanga. The NWRB chief also hopes that the coming rains will replenish the Angat and other dams in the country as the El Niño looms.
For the Angat Dam, the allocations or releases from the dam is now satisfying the full requirement, both for municipal and domestic supply for Metro Manila, as well as the irrigation requirement for Bulacan and Pampanga. Right now, we are looking into this rainy season as an opportunity to recharge the dams.
And in Cavite, the government is getting children into calamity preparation as the province continues to grapple with massive flooding during typhoons. Laila Pangilinan with the story.
Severe flooding has become a real threat to some Cavite areas, with the province having low-lying towns that are prone to high tide, heavy rains, and strong typhoons. This is why the DOST Pagasa is drumming up risk mitigation measures through seminars. This time, the government is starting them young, bringing calamity preparation education to grade 5 students of the Aguinaldo Elementary School in Cavite, Cavite.
Na habang lumalaki sila ay may kamalayan sila, ano ba itong nangyayari sa ating kapaligiran? Bakit ba ako laging binabaha? So the reason behind why we are suffering or why we are experiencing this pagbaha is because of this weather system na talagang meron tayo year in, year out at yung ano yung pwede nating gawin.
This interactive classroom format seminar is part of the non-structural measures of the Cavite Industrial Area Flood Risk Management Project that kicked off in January. In this, children play a vital role in educating their own families.
Basic concept, flood, what causes flood, anong dapat gawin, concepts for evacuation. This is a continuing program. We're going to do it sa mga grade 7 at 8 hanggang 10 para ma-prepare din sila kasi kailangan bago mangyari yon prepared na yung community, alam nila yung gagawin, saan sila pupunta.
The structural measures will reduce yun pong impacts or yung pong energy ng mga malalakas na tubig na dumadaloy sa atin pong mga kailugan. Ito naman pong non-structural will give us the know-how. How are we going to protect ourselves kung meron na po tayong mga pagbaha na ganyan. Not only pagbaha, siguro yun din po mga strong winds na kaakibat po ng mga bagyo.
Flooding will get even worse in the industrial areas of Cavite, or the Cavite Economic Zone, according to a 10-year study by the Japan International Cooperation Agency, or JICA. The study that was conducted from 2009 to 2019 also includes proactive and immediate solutions on how to avert catastrophic scenarios.
Magnitude of the typhoon is keep increasing and it can bigger. So we need to fast track this project because especially this Cavite area is very rapidly growing. So if we don't do now, in the future it's more difficult to make a protect.
JICA's research paved the way for the collaboration of the DPWH and Japanese engineers to make sure that existing structures can withstand natural calamities in Cavite, the coastal municipalities of Rosario and Noveleta, and the cities of Imus and General Trias. The project includes widening of the San Juan Diversion Channel, Maalimango, and Lower Maalimango Diversion Drainage.
We want to discharge water fast to the Manila Bay. So it's about 75 widths of the channel and about 2.4 kilometers we are going to dredging out to the sea. It's like a Manghang flatway.
The Rio Grande River is also up for improvement. However, 1,577 families will be displaced because of this project. But a relocation site at an 8.80-hectare property in Noveleta has already begun construction. The community has open spaces, water by Maynilad, and electricity powered by Meralco. The project, set to be completed by 2027, is projected to reduce flooding in Cavite in the next 20 years.
We are targeting the so-called 25-year return period to that size of magnitude we will protect. Less damage, even not the commercial, also residential area.
For News 5, Laila Pangilinan, we are One News.
Moving on now to sports, where Pinoy gymnast Carlos Yulo bagged 2 more gold medals at the Asian Artistics Gymnastics Championships in Singapore. Yulo lorded over the men's vault event, scoring 14.299 points. He zoomed past the bets from Uzbekistan and South Korea. The 23-year-old Olympian also won gold in the parallel bars with a score of 15.266. There, he beat his Japanese and Chinese counterparts, while bagging another bronze in the high bar event. With this haul, Yulo comes home with 5 medals from the event, 3 of which are gold. One News Now will be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. I'm Sean Yao. We are One News. All sides, all the time.